So one thing I learned from this team this year is just having perseverance. This whole season, went through trials and tribulations from starting with the win and then losing, a couple, like 4 games in a row. And we just never stopped we just never stopped believing in each other.
No matter how hard, we get knocked down, it's how hard we get up. We've been through a lot this season. It's a little bit better than last year. Last year, we only won 1 game. This year, we're at 3, and we have a chance to close it out with 4 wins, like I said, we've been through a lot of ups and downs this year. Took some bad losses, and those losses that we took, really showed us who we were as a team because, some of those losses were, like I said, they were pretty bad. And, when you lose like that, it could really break a team, and like I said, it took us, it took the leaders and the coaches on the team, to keep us all together and make sure that, we could finish this season out, and
something I learned from this team was that we all learned how to push through the hard. It was that simple, bro.
I would have to say, how to just stay encouraged and stay grounded. I feel like throughout this team, there was a lot that we went through together, brought us all closer together. We connected really well on a real deeper level, just past football, just on a person level.
Every year that when people come in, they start off a little high energy and they want to say, I'm going to be like Nick Bosa or Christian McCaffrey or something high. And then they get humbled a lot too, where they got to become have an understanding, become real with themselves. They learn that it's not about trying to be someone, but being themselves.
There was a time in the season where nothing was going our way, and we had to find ways and learn how to figure out what to do as a team together. So I think it really taught me that regardless of the situation, regardless of how down we are, regardless of how bad the season may have been going, we fought back, we came back, we turned it around, and we showed that we are some fighters, and that regardless of what the team may be going through individually, that we all had one goal, and that was to come back together as a family, as a team, as brothers, and to finish it and have one goal, and that was to finish.
Staying true to myself and not letting up when times get hard, even though when sometimes the team starts separating or trying to point a finger at each other, but somehow, some way, we always find a way to come back to each other and just play as one together and be yourselves.
Well, man, one thing I learned this year was, no matter where you come from, we all brothers, This team, we fight hard for what we do, No matter who you is, we all family. We all got a heart, you know what I'm saying? We all cut from the same cloth.
Honestly, just from us being together as a team and how close we are, as friends and teammates, it allowed us to let us achieve some amazing things. And that's honestly something that was really awesome about this team.
One thing I learned from the team this year was really just learned how to, connect with the team and get through, hard times with everybody, how to lean on my teammates and not just rely on myself.
One thing I learned from this team is how to stay together. We're just really a family. This is a brotherhood. And even through the wins and lessons, we stay together. And that's what HMOB is, it's a family.
Well, one thing I learned about this team is that we fight through adversity. Even though we lost a couple of games, we got blown out, we could have put our heads down, but no, we fought and we're still fighting. This Saturday, we're gonna have a big win, and HMOB on top.
One thing I learned from HMOB, from Hartnell this year, this past season, was how to fail, because eventually all the times we learned how to fail, it took us to our own success, and I'm grateful that I got to do it with the family I have here at Hartnell. So yeah.
So one thing I learned from the team this year is sticking together and building a close relationship with each other. And this season might not have gone as we wanted to, but we stuck together through the wins and lessons.
One thing I did learn this year was just how to, turn losses into lessons, as well as the game of life that Coach Belenga has given us so far during this program. And I believe that the HBall mindset is going to be good for the next 10, 15 years.
One thing I learned this year from the HMOB team was that just learning how to fight through adversity and how it will translate into life, and the lessons that we've learned this year as a whole team, and just learning how to fight and keep pushing day in, day out, week in, week out, just really learning how to fight and really knowing who we are as a person, as people, and just learning how to fight as one whole. And I think for the next couple of years, HMOB's in great hands with Coach B and the rest of the staff, and a lot of great things are coming this way, and a lot of success is coming this way to the HMOB team.
I feel like we had a lot of learning experiences in this team, but that made us feel like more connected. We knew how to push the hard together, and I'm thankful to have a good coach that made us taught us about football and life as well, and that made us like go through adversity and just become one team.
So one thing I learned from this team, it's no secret that last season was terrible. We went 1-9, but I think the big difference from this season and last season was, no one really learned from the losses we took. No one had the mentality to get better or to progress for success. And I think the difference was this year is having Coach B as our head coach. He really affected the minds of everybody and changed the mentality of the team, total culture change. And, we started the season rocky, but I think what this team taught me was getting through the rough to get to greener grass, So I'm really appreciative of it. I'm grateful for these dudes. They gave me a second chance at this game. I got hurt last year, wasn't able to play all season. So excuse my language, I love these dudes. And I'll go to bat for these guys any day of the week. So HMOB, baby.
Protect us as we leave, this place in our vehicles as we travel home. Some commute near, some commute far. Protect them, guide them. We depend on your wisdom and your strength and your courage, not our own. And what your word says, who we are, what you say who we are, what we can do, and what we can. In your name, amen. Amen. Great, let's go, baby. Love y'all, boys. I love you. 1, 2, 3. Hey, I wanted up top. Oh, baby. Come on, baby. Oh, man.
Do shit, baby. Come on. I'm here every time, boy. Every time. Let's go. Let's go.
Look at this story.
Okay, he's going to shake hands.
Hey, that follows you to another school.
Anywhere you so shake hands. Good game, and then we go fucking celebrate.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
All right.
Let's go. Yeah. This place goes completely quiet right now. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, come here. Hey, Elon. Take it easy. So here are the facts, right? We're gonna get to neutral right now, right? Here's the basic on the facts. So what happened out there, okay, carries over to next season. So our whole bench cleared, which means all you returners will be benched for the first game, maybe 2. All you freshmen who are coming back next year that cleared the bench, because it's all on camera, are all going to be suspended for the first 1 or 2 games. Just so you guys understand the consequences here. Okay? Okay? Neutral. Let me get that facts out, okay? I'm just telling you guys all the information right now. That's the consequences of what just happened out there, whether it's our fault or not our fault, okay? I know it was really dirty what they did. I get that. But now it carries on beyond football. It carries on beyond the game. Now instead of us celebrating with the trophy right now, whoop their asses, right? Now we gotta deal with all this nonsense afterwards. It takes away from everything you guys have accomplished out there. It takes away from everything. All the great catches Manny had, AP had, all the great throws you had, all the great runs, all the great tackles, the interceptions that we had. Right? That's all gone. No one's ever gonna remember that now. Why? They're gonna remember what? The fight. That's all they're gonna remember is the brawl. They're not gonna remember what you accomplished out there today. It's not gonna be remembered. So again, next season, it's gonna be returned to the commissioner. Every single freshman or returner coming back next year will be suspended for at least the first game or maybe 2. Just so we know, just so we understand each other. Whether you're pulling people off or not, doesn't matter. You'll be suspended. That's the rule, right? You guys all signed the rule, right? When we did the eligibility with the AD, right? So that meeting beginning of the year, that's the consequences, okay? So, with that being said, I'm working on getting the trophy in here, okay? Hey, let's get a line, let's get a line.